Daniel, thanks for waiting. Thanks for your time. Give us your overall assessment. Obviously, probably encouraged by a lot of what you saw, but ultimately it's another defeat. But just give us your overall take on it.
Yes, we are disappointed. Yeah, loss is loss, and football can be sometimes the coolest sport in the world. It's a sport where even the better side sometimes lose the game, and and it's not that often in the world of sport. And I got a bit the feeling this was the case today. Yeah, after a tough start into the game, with being back 0-1, of course unnecessary in this situation. I think the lads were brilliant. They fought their way back into this game against one of the best sides in this league. Was still difficult because you had to also to control the counter, and if Leicester is in lead with the likes of Vardy and Madison, it's not easy to control all their counters. And I think we had a well-deserved equalizer in the first half. In the second half, after 70 minutes, I would have been even disappointed just to do this game, if I'm honest, because I got the feeling so we controlled all their counters in their second half, went for it, and created so many good situations that. Yeah, I would be really 100% happy with the win today, and then, yeah, more or less out of a sudden they were able to score a goal. Again, great mentality, fantastic reaction. We scored the goal. Was anyhow disallowed. We kept going till the end. Adam Ida was a good chance. Tim Krul in the last minutes in the box of the opponent. So my lads played their heart out today. Many compliments for the performance. Also the mindset, the fitness. The mentality, I think that was a great performance. Yes, but we're lacking the deserved reward today, and for that, of course, we're disappointed.
You said a goal disallowed. Just give us your understanding of why, and what was your take on that incident?
Yes, it was just a VAR mistake. We have to accept this because my player Todd Cantwell can't be in offside position, because he just can be in offside position if he takes part in the game, but he doesn't take part in the game. So Schmeichel is 10 inches taller than him, so he doesn't disturb his view. He was standing in front of him. It doesn't disturb that Schmeichel jumps to the left. And I tell you what, even if the cross or the corner comes in, and it's just Schmeichel against McLean, and he has no chance to save anyhow the header of Kenny McLean. For me, it was just a VAR mistake because he can't be in an offside position. Yeah, but what should we do? So it's a fact, and we have to accept this. So we're all doing mistakes. Yeah, my players are doing mistakes. The referee at times, my coaching staff, myself, I do mistakes, and even the VAR ref can be there with a mistake. Anyhow, and this was definitely a mistake. And yes, we have to accept this.
But obviously there was another VAR incident. Were you concerned the longer that went on, because it looked pretty clear cut on the replays in terms of the challenge from Soyuncu on Ismailou, but even that seemed to take a very long time?
I was disappointed that the referee didn't see this in real time, because I think even from my position, I was not as close as the referee. I could see that it was a tackle from in behind, and he never ever touched the ball. So of course it was a clear penalty. I was really disappointed that it was not given, because it takes a lot in order to overturn with VAR in terms of penalties during this season, much more than it was in comparison to last season. And then you never know if there is perhaps a really 100% clear and obvious mistake. But yeah, of course, it was a clear and obvious mistake not to give the penalty in the first moment during the game. And thank God VAR worked in this moment. And yeah, it was more like, okay, then the recommendation, okay, the referee should watch the scene back. And of course, after he watched it back, he saw that it was a tackle from in behind, and he didn't touch the ball. And of course, it was a clear penalty. It wasn't easy for Timo Pukki, because he had to wait more or less for 5 minutes until he could take the penalty, but he was then ice cold and cool in his finish. And yes, of course, a well-deserved equalizer.
Is there, as you say, you can only control what you and your players can do, really, ultimately? And is there a bit of frustration in the manner of both their goals? Essentially, sort of two transition moments that underlines at this level, you just can't make those mistakes, you'll get punished.
Yes, that's right. Of course, it was both goals were unnecessary, but this is also what you have to accept when you work with young players. And in this moment is also about to speak with them about what you have to do better, and to back them and not to punish them. Yeah, of course, Brendan Williams would have wished to be a bit more aware in this moment in the first half, not to give possession away, and then we lacked a bit to repair his mistake in the center. Yes, and when I think about the second goal, after the throw in, we should have been there. A bit more experienced player would be there with a small tactical foul on the sideline, not allow them to go further on with their attack. and to switch the play. And of course, we should have been there with a small tactical foul in order to disturb the attack. And then they switched the play, and then was also a situation we were perhaps 5 inches too late and deflected just a strike in terms of, instead of just blocking the strike, and then it found the way into the bottom corner. Yeah, this is what you have to accept when you work with young players. Yeah, if Brennan would be perfect and play without mistake, if Billy would be there only with a small tactical foul anyhow with his experienced behavior, then he would probably already play for Chelsea, and Brennan would already play for Manchester United. So we have to accept this. It's our way. We work with these young players and we back them in this moment, and they will grow with this experience. And for that, it's not like up to me to punish them. It's more like, I think both were, apart from the scenes, there was really good performances and many compliments for them. But yeah, it's more like footballers always find margins in order, to be effective. Then you have to work a little bit on this. We play really without any mistakes. Yeah, and hopefully next games we'll do it in this term slightly better. But apart from this, was of course a great team performance today, and also great mindset, and also many good and encouraging individual performances.
Just a couple more for me, if I can, Daniel. No Jolis today. You said there was a slight issue with his calf. How close was he today? And would that put a question mark against him maybe meeting up with Greece, or having been called up over this international break?
Yes, I think he will miss out the international games with his national team, because he has a calf injury, and our doctors recommend it will last 2 to 3 weeks till he's fully back and fully recovered. And of course, he was also greedy to play. He's a young player, 19 years old, and doesn't have the experience anyhow how to perhaps go on with this injury. If I would have just asked him, he would have said, no, I try everything today. But yeah, we had a scan and it was clear and obvious that he had to miss out for this game. I hope to have him back on the other side of the international break, but we'll have to see. So we just have 2 weeks between the 2 games till we face Arsenal. It could be a bit too short to have him back, but we will see. So I hope to have him back as quick as possible.
Final one, obviously, I'm sure you've been asked this plenty of times since the final whistle, but 2 or 3 days left in the window. You're still reasonably confident that Stuart and his team will do what they need to do with those missing couple of pieces of the jigsaw?
Yes, we will see. So I'm quite sure that we try everything till the window is closed in order to, add perhaps the final pieces of this transfer business. But it's just done when it's really done, and I can't confirm anything yet. No outgoings yet, no incomings yet. So for that, we have to wait a bit how the next hours and days will develop.
Cheers, Daniel. Thanks for your time. Cheers.
Thank you. Thank you.
Cheers, Paddy. Michael, please.
There we go. I don't know if I'm the right way up. Hey, Daniel. Just if I can ask about Milot Rashica. Obviously, the Premier League have said that no players will be travelling if their countries are playing red list countries. Will Milot be staying here for the 2 weeks as you expect, or will he maybe join up for Kosovo for their amber list games? Do you know?
I'm not spot on in this moment. I think it's just one game that is influenced by this rule. So my last point was that he's perhaps just caught up for the other 2 games anyhow. So. But I'm not sure how the last hours developed, because I was just really focused on this game. It was a talking point. I'm not sure if there was a decision made in the background. So sorry for that. I can't confirm it right now at the moment. But I think we'll have a decision quite soon.
That's no problem.
Already made, so, but I haven't spoken with our guys about this topic. Sorry.
No problem at all. Could you see a lot of encouragement from his performance there? It seemed like today, starting to see a bit more of what he can do and how threatening he can be.
Yeah, so we don't have to speak about this potential, and he's so highly rated, and he's shown today also why. And for him, it was more like, to work on his fitness level, to be really in a physically perfect shape, and I also see him growing in this terms. And I think it was definitely his best game from all the 3 games so far, and I think he's also shown today why we were so greedy to sign him. Yeah, and hopefully he's also pretty soon off the mark anyhow in terms of assists and goals, and but we are happy to have him.
Brilliant. Thank you, Daniel. Cheers.
Yes, thank you.
Thanks, Michael. Okay, anybody else?